Universal's Cabana Beach Resort. Retro vibes, amazing pools, steps from the parks. And somehow, we stayed here completely free. Yep, $0. Let us show you how we pulled it off, and how you can too. Welcome back to the channel. Let's dive right in. Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort is one of the largest and most family-friendly hotels on Universal Orlando property. Featuring more than 2,200 rooms and suites spread across multiple retro-inspired towers, the resort is themed after the classic 1950s and 60s beach vacation, complete with mid-century modern decor, neon signage, and vibrant colors that make you feel like you've stepped into a nostalgic postcard from Florida's golden age. Located right next to Universal's Volcano Bay, and within walking distance of Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure, Cabana Bay offers guests a full on-site experience. Staying here includes exclusive Universal Orlando perks like early park admission, complimentary resort transportation, room charging privileges, and easy access to the walking trail that leads directly to CityWalk, making it one of the most convenient and fun ways to stay inside the Universal bubble. And like everything about Orlando theme parks, staying here can really add to the cost of an already expensive vacation. That is, of course, unless you find a way to stay here for free. We're thrilled to tell you that that is exactly what we did, and we want to tell you how. But first, let's show you why this hotel is one of our absolute favorites for families visiting Universal Orlando. This place oozes 60s retro charm. From the moment you walk in, think Mad Men meets Family Vacation. The lobby is full of color, energy, and music that instantly puts you in vacation mode. We love so much about our stay at this hotel, but if we were looking for one thing to complain about, it would be the check-in experience. This was something we had read about, and we found it to be as advertised. This line for check-in moves slowly, and while we arrived in the early afternoon, we still spent almost an hour waiting to check in. There was a separate line for people who had checked in online, but while it was shorter, it didn't seem to move any faster. But when we finally did make it through the line, the staff member we talked to was patient, informative, kind, and incredibly helpful. As a matter of fact, we found the staff here to be above par across the board. Outside, you've got 2 massive pools, a lazy river, hot tubs, and even a water slide. You could easily spend a whole day just hanging out here. They also play movies out here on an outdoor screen every night, and the pool stays open until 10 p.m., so it's a great option for those who somehow have some energy left over after a day at the parks. Pro tip, the hotel does not rent tubes for the lazy river. Believe it or not, you have to buy them at the gift shop, and they are not cheap. There is no posted rule, however, that we saw against bringing your own, and we saw a few families plan ahead and do this. If you've got the extra room in your suitcase, this might not be a bad idea. Let's talk about the room. Ours was a family suite. It comfortably fit our family of 6, complete with a kitchenette, pull-out couch, and plenty of space for everyone's park gear. No tripping over luggage here. The retro theming is carried through in every detail, complete with VO5 shampoo and Zest soap. When we arrived, we had groceries delivered to the lobby and stocked this little kitchenette with snacks and breakfast items. This drastically cut down on time and food costs during our stay. There are some surprisingly decent options for food at the hotel as well. First, the Bayliner Diner is a vibrant retro-themed food court in the main dining hub at the resort. It offers a variety of options including burgers, pizza, pasta, fresh salads, sandwiches, and international dishes. Guests can grab breakfast before heading out to the parks or enjoy dinner while watching vintage commercials and movie clips playing on large screens that add to the nostalgic atmosphere. With plenty of seating and quick service, it's a convenient and family-friendly spot to refuel any time of day. The Hideaway Bar and Grill is the hotel's laid-back poolside spot, perfect for relaxing between swims or after a long park day. Located near the lazy river, it serves up casual favorites like burgers, wraps, salads, along with a great selection of tropical cocktails, beer, and frozen drinks. We appreciated that it had plenty of shaded seating and a fun retro vibe that matched the rest of the resort. There's also a really great malt shop that we recommend you try at least once during your stay. The hotel provides plenty of on-site amenities that made our stay just a little nicer. Let's just get the first one out of the way. Yes, there is an on-site Starbucks and it's great, so no need to panic. Beyond that, there's a large gym, an arcade, and there's even a retro bowling alley that people seem to really enjoy. One amenity that we especially love is that every building has a large laundry room. This comes in especially handy for large families during a long stay. Of course, this is a Universal property, so let's talk about the perks of staying here. First, you get early admission. Universal offers 1 hour early admission for all guests staying at an on-property hotel, and this really helped us get the most out of our park time. There's also free transportation to and from the parks. These buses run all day long and frequently enough to move an impressive amount of people. We took this bus to and from Epic Universe because that park is not within walking distance of any of the park hotels. But when you want to head to Universal Studios or Islands of Adventure, there's a scenic walking trail that takes you straight to CityWalk. No bus needed. But what is this walk really like and how long does it take? We wanted to show you. This is an early morning walk we took, and we sped it up significantly. As you can see, it's mostly calm and beautiful. There's really only one street to cross and it's no big deal. We found this trail to be the most convenient way to avoid the hassle of the crowds and long security lines. And if you're up for a little extra walking at the beginning or end of a long day of walking, we highly recommend it. So, how do we manage to stay here for free? It all started with a Chase Sapphire Reserve card and a little thing called the Chase Travel Portal. When Chase revamped the Sapphire Reserve earlier this year, it came with a massive welcome offer, 100,000 points plus a $500 travel credit when you booked through their portal. So, we booked 4 nights here at Cabana Bay. Normally, those nights would have cost about $305 per night. So that's over $1,200 total before tax. But here's where it gets good. We applied the $500 travel credit first, which dropped the price to $872 with tax. Then, to our surprise, Chase lets you use your points to cover the remaining balance. Normally, you'd get 1 cent per point, so that should have been just over 87,000 points total. That's already a great deal. But then, the points boost kicks in. For Sapphire customers, Chase has moved to a points boost system. For some properties, booked in the portal, Chase gives you a discount when you pay with points, and that discount varies. For Cabana Bay, it reduced our total by over 34,000 points. So for 4 nights, it ended up costing us just 52,879 points total. That's like 1 night free at a value resort in Disney terms, except this is a Universal on-site hotel. If you're thinking, okay, how do I pull that off? Here's the short version. Number 1, sign up for the Chase Sapphire Reserve, or preferred card, still great. You want to do the research and make sure the card is right for you. We don't recommend anyone play the points and miles game if you're going to carry a balance on the cards. Also, the Reserve comes with a high annual fee, but there are ways to make sure you can more than cover that fee with annual credits and discounts. It just requires a bit of effort. 2. Hit the minimum spend to earn the welcome bonus. That requires you spend $6,000 in 3 months. The welcome offer varies, but at the time of this video it actually has increased to 125,000 points. 3. Book through the Chase Travel Portal, not directly through the hotel. This is completely opposite of advice I often give, but in this case it's necessary to access Universal hotels. 4. Look for properties with a point boost. It can make your points stretch way farther. The points boost is really a game changer and will now make shopping in the travel portal a more competitive option, as opposed to always transferring points to travel partners, for example. At a minimum, it's something I'll have to at least consider when comparing booking opportunities in the future. Even if you don't have 100,000 points to spend, this strategy can still save you hundreds. And sometimes, it's the difference between staying off property or getting all the perks of being inside Universal's resort bubble. So that's how we turned a $1,200 Universal resort stay into a $0 vacation, and got early park access, lazy rivers, and bowling nights for the whole family. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, and subscribe for more family travel hacks and park adventures. We've got more tips coming on how to stretch your points for Disney, Universal, Europe, and beyond. Thanks for joining our adventure. We'll catch you on the next ride.